We covered
Such is
53
life.
miles on this race. No, we didn't. I'm a liar. 31 miles. Could I do an Ironman, a 73, which is exactly what Michael is doing, a full Ironman of 146? I can't imagine going another, 5.
No, just thinking of a marathon at the end of all that is insane.
Good luck, Michael.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
I can't wait to come and cheer you on.
Yeah, I can't wait for the podcast after that. I want to do it right after you finish the race.
Do you have any, nerves about the distances or no? Are you feeling just I'm going to finish it so it doesn't even matter?
I know I'm going to finish it, so it doesn't matter. But I know I have a lot of work ahead of me still.
Yeah.
One thing I learned from this race is definitely getting more comfortable on the bike physically.
Yep.
That's the only one that I really feel sore today from, and it's mostly from my saddle.
Yeah, same.
Saddle and my lower back. So that's just something I want to keep practicing on, and I have enough time to do it. So
Yeah.
a lot of it's going to be dialing in nutrition more.
Yep.
This was one of the first races that I had a pretty good plan for nutrition and took into consideration a 24 to 48 hour carb load beforehand, and I felt I felt this effects.
Yeah.
Just gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Do you have any other training that you're looking forward to leading up to it?
Leading up to it, no. I'm excited to go back to swim practice, but Josh and I were talking about starting powerlifting once I'm done with the Ironman.
Yeah, no, by the way, I'm not doing Ironman. I'm going to golf.
Josh needs a vacation.
Yeah, I drank again for the first time in a while. I'm enjoying life. That was tough, but it was good. It's all about the goal, right? You can't get better without setting goals. That's my message for the try or anything you sign up with. Set a goal because you're going to do it. It's just having it out there is what motivates you to do it. You can't I would never have swam a mile in my life if I didn't sign up for this. Wouldn't have got a bike. That was my first adulthood bike I bought. Wouldn't have that. So there's a lot of firsts during this, and I learned a ton. But yeah, it's gonna be good to find the balance again. Just hanging out with you, we had a lot of time. I'm going back to the gym. I got to work on my swim, or I'm going to ride the bike for an hour. So yeah, but it was a blast.
Danielle, what is on your training regimen to come?
Would you like to make an announcement now? The next race?
I'm actually signed up for the Ironman. No. That's a good point, because when you had asked me earlier why I keep doing these, I think that a big reason too is it's so nice to have something on the calendar
to look forward to.
And yeah, and to Michael's point, just sign up for and just have the date there. I think, yeah, it's so cool and fun to have a date set, and whether you're traveling for it or not, either way, just to have something to look forward to and be training for is exciting. So, I don't have one on the calendar, but I think we've already been tossing out some ones later this year. They're a little bit more local to us. There's a triathlon coming up in Long Beach, which is the LA 28 Olympic course, where they'll actually do it when the Olympics are here in 2028. So I think that's a fun option. I've done the Malibu Triathlon in the past for years, and that one's back this year, and I love that course. So maybe Malibu later this year. So hopefully one or two more coming up.
Okay, deal. Are we going swimming together?
We'll see. I miss to do our Friday morning swim.
I was just gonna say I miss LA Tri Club does Friday morning swims, and Danielle and I go, and we went once right before my first try, and then they stopped. It was the end of the season after that.
Lifeguard issue.
And so I'm really looking forward to going back to that and doing girly surfing in the morning.
I think that's the other thing that I've just as somebody who doesn't regularly do any of these activities, I'm not normally a swimmer or a biker or a runner in any way. There's a fun social aspect too. I'm somebody who does not do it for time or competition. It's nothing that I focus on usually when I do these races, but having friends to go to little rituals of doing Friday morning ocean swims has become just one of my favorite parts of the summer the last couple years that I've been doing them. And going for bike rides and getting brunch afterwards.
No, literally love.
There's definitely ways to make training enjoyable, and that's what I look forward to is when you have the date on the calendar and it's well, great, now the next couple months get into a little bit of a routine and find the moments that are just really enjoyable with the people you're training with too.
I think we should start a tradition of traveling to cool triathlons to do them. Okay, but so we've done the first, now we have to do it again. Where would be your dream spot to triathlon
I don't have a dream spot answer, but I'm just really intrigued. Yesterday at the award ceremony, there was an enormous group here from Alaska, and
yes,
I I don't know how I feel about open water swimming in Alaska, but I'm just really intrigued by the idea that was just such a massive group of people.
Huge.
So I'm what are the Alaskan triathletes doing up there? That
it's an all-day run because the sun doesn't go down.
Yeah, exactly.
24-hour race.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll start checking different places.
Doing
off
some
of
research.
our list and doing more research.
Yeah. I agree. Where would be your dream place?
I mean, Hawaii was it, so that's great. What was I just thinking of? Didn't you say like in France they have a course for like the actual Ironman for Hawaii is now in Nice, France?
The new world champion Ironman is being split between Nice, France, and Kona, which is usually here. We did a portion of the course for this race, but women's for 2025 is here in Kona, and men's world champ is in Nice, and 2026 it will alternate, so it'll be women's in Nice and men's in France.
Cool.
Or women's in Nice and men's in Kona.
Yeah, somewhere like that would be amazing.
I love that. Michael, do you have any preference?
When I was signing up for my Ironman, I ended up picking Sweden, but I really was interested in the Brazil Rio race.
Wow.
I thought that would have been really cool.
I want to do an Australia one, like a New Zealand or like a, I don't know. Like I'm on, I follow Ironman on Instagram, and so I'm watching all of their like reels every day of like world champion, and like they show all the finishers and like the competitions and the different race courses and stuff, and that's dialed in.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay, guys, that's a wrap. Is there any final notes about our triathlon?
I'll just say how proud I am of you guys. I feel like this is so, you're super new to the sport, like extremely new still, but still like both Anna and Michael, it's been less than a year, like 8 months maybe or so since you guys started this. And like doing triathlons is so hard. It's really hard. Like they're fun to get into, but it's just 3 like completely different disciplines and like the mindset that you have to get into and the time that you commit to training. It's like a huge undertaking. Everybody just said like you guys crushed it yesterday, and you also all had so much fun, which like
so much fun.
Not to be that person, but like having fun is what matters in all of this. And every time I saw you guys like coming out of the water, getting on the bike, just had like the biggest smiles on your faces, and it just, as a person watching it, was so cool. You guys are awesome.
Danielle, we're so thankful that you came with us too. Danielle is like
our official manager.
No, literally our official human. She's not shareable. She's mine only. She's not allowed to go to anybody else.
It was so fun to watch, and like having everybody had like family here too that got to watch them. So like knowing that you guys had a support group and like cheerleaders there, it just made the whole day really fun, I think, hopefully for you guys too. And it looked like you were just like having the best time.
Thank you.
Yeah. I would relay off that. Like she said, we're also new. Obviously, you guys have been doing it for a little bit longer, but like this is kind of 3 months in the making. I remember December 31st, end of the year, and into New Year's, that's where I like kind of stopped drinking. I was like, I'm just gonna go sober for January. That kind of rolled into the triathlon just because it didn't make sense with training to drink. And 3 months seemed like a long time. I was like, that's so much time. But in the grand scheme, it's really not. Like to get comfortable with every single one of those aspects. And like I mentioned, not being able to really swim right, didn't grow up swimming fully. Never had a bike in adulthood. And then obviously running is whatever, but you just got to build up that endurance that takes time. In one sense, it's a lot of time. In another sense, it's not. But I'm proud I was able to do it. And I finished it in that short amount of time. So take that as a bit of motivation that you can, do something and set a goal and do it in a short amount of time and go after those. I'm getting emotional. No, I'm just choking on my spit. Go after those goals and set those things and do it, and you'll surprise yourself. Because I was definitely surprised that was able to do it in that short amount of time.
And I'm so proud of you. You did such a good job. I feel like I got to see the behind the scenes of a lot of everyone's training. I feel like I was texting everyone constantly, being like, "How are you feeling? How are you doing?" And especially you, I know swimming was something so new that we kind of got to experience together. And I come from a very swimming background, so getting to kind of like train you and watch you go through that was really empowering for me. And I was really excited to get to see you do that. And like, I'm so proud of you that you put in the time and the effort and the work. Josh was in the pool every single week, multiple times a week.
Yeah.
And you did it.
It's fun swimming fast. I mean, it's cool. I like doing it. Not that I was fast, but you know what I mean? Like swimming, knowing how to swim is great.
And Michael, I'm so proud of you because I feel like I've seen it from the running the marathon. First off, Michael slayed the marathon. We have London in a couple weeks, and I'm a little bit nervous because Michael's much faster at running than I am. But seeing you run the marathon and do it so like effortlessly to now like being able to maintain all of those things and just keep working towards it. And Michael cooks up a storm. Michael cooked all of our meals this week, and I feel like I've never felt this healthy in my life. I'm so proud of you. You did such a good job.
I appreciate that. I just want to finish off with how thankful I am. Just have a group of people to do this stuff with. My favorite part of it is, and was getting to see all you guys and all of us getting together. So it's a really important aspect of my life, and I love that I get to share it with you guys. The other thing I just want to bring up is totally different.
I can't wait.
I hope, Anna, you post it. The video of you getting out of the water is my favorite video of my sister that I've ever seen. It looks like it's sped up. I tried to do a fast swim and get out of the water running. I was like, when I did it, I felt like I was moving. if you watch my video versus Anna, Anna is light speed. She gets out of the water, turns to the left to the camera, screams, her head snaps back straight, and then she proceeds to probably run a sub 5-minute mile pace up to her bike.
Off on sand.
So I hope you post that and people get to see it, because it's awesome.
I do love that video. I feel like I've never. That's like when there was the trend like I am woman, I am fearless. That is me. That was me in that moment. So yeah, I felt pretty confident about that, and I love that. One of my favorite kinds of vacations are family vacations, because it means that my whole family gets together. And what's a better way to stay together than in a house that's only us? It's private, it's intimate. We get to have my mom's cooking and my dad's adventurous side. And the best part about it is that with Airbnb, we can stay somewhere that we've never stayed before. And the trip that comes to mind whenever I talk about this is always my family's vacation to Lake Tahoe. The best part about staying in an Airbnb is that we got to be right in the action. Yeah, on the lake, exactly where you'd want to be when you're visiting. We did paddle boarding, we went on boats, and we kind of lived like a local for the week. There was so much more space when we were staying with Airbnb, because it gave us the opportunity to stay in rooms all on our own, but still be connected with the main spaces. I feel like getting to stay in Airbnb always gives me a more authentic experience of anywhere that I'm going. And especially when I get to be with my family, we kind of want to pretend like we're in our own little world together. So staying with Airbnb allows us to do just that. There's no distractions of other people in a hotel. It's just us, and we get to live like a family, and I feel like you guys will love those experiences too. Some trips are better in an Airbnb, and I'm proud of you for placing.
I'm proud of you for second place, dude. Insane. Really,
I don't know
really
how I
good
got
job.
there.
And behind a world champion Iron Woman, which by the way happened in Florida too. You came in second to another Iron Woman. It's like, dang man, she's gonna show up one of these days, and she's gonna get that first in her age group. But like, yeah, that girl was nuts, and she like beat me, everyone almost.
She was
like,
incredible.
One of the top whatever's, but
Yeah.
that's so impressive too.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you got that.
I wish I could have picked her brain.
Do you have it in a little plaque?
I do. It's in my
Show
bag.
it. I'm gonna bring it.
Okay, we're bringing out my plaque. I actually don't know how that happened. I got second place in my age group, by the way. It's all for completing, not competing, but somehow this happened. And now I love it and I hate it all at once. This is like, we didn't even get to talk about any of these other topics that I had for us to talk about, which were like the posting on social media of it versus not sharing, or like, you know, all of these mentalities. Something that I really love about triathlons, I think it's something that I've picked up from Danielle. It's just like, it just feels good to do. Like, you feel so accomplished getting to the end. Also, the validation of people cheering, and like, you kind of get to spend the day in this sport, and it's like, you work all your time for this one day, and honestly, the journey getting there is the best part. There's the part of me that sees this and goes, if I worked a little harder, I could be first. That's a dangerous mindset and a hole that I'm not trying to go down. But I am very proud of myself that I did this. This is crazy. I am hanging this on. This is going to have a shrine in my house.
We have a few minutes. Do you want to talk about the differences between? We got 30 minutes. Till
We have a dinner reservation at 5:15, and we immediately are going to a flight after. You know what? For 5 minutes, let's just tap in for 5 minutes, and this will be the end of the conversation. This is like Anna, Michael, but also Danielle, Josh input. If you have any, they might just be wandering during this conversation.
Josh will be showering.
I
in the
obviously
background.
share my life on the internet just as a this is a conversation starter, and I would love to know. Don't forget that you guys can always give me a call at my call line. I'm going to drop that now, because I'm honestly curious on anybody else's opinion on this, because I feel like Anna's guide is always about navigating stuff together, and not only me having the answers. With even this stuff, I feel like I would post me doing a triathlon, whether I was first place or last place. There's nowhere in the middle, because it's something that I really enjoy doing, something that I like sharing, but something that I continue to realize today, and I kind of am curious about Michael's perspective. Michael, my little brother, has no social media. He doesn't have Instagram. He has, like, you have TikTok, I'm sure, to like scroll videos. No, Michael doesn't have Instagram or TikTok. Don't say a meme in front of him. He won't get the reference. He has no social media at all. And so he does these sports and really just gets to like bask in this one experience that he just had. I have talked about this in therapy, and I feel like I always bring this up to you guys, that like, I often find myself sometimes changing my perspective on how a day was or how an experience was based off of somebody else's opinion on it, whether that's from the internet or someone in my own life. Like, if I had a really good time but somebody else didn't, I question if I really had a good time. Does your perspective ever end up changing about what today felt like, or in any point or time, without having access to social media? Like, is that still like a real life experience for you?
What could change my perspective on a day is like, I think it's entirely up to me now, because I do like have a distinct memory with the Santa Barbara Triathlon. I came out of it with a pretty shitty mindset because I set expectations for myself that were unrealistic.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, someone at like swim told me I could potentially win. It's like, oh, I think you'd probably just win. He had never seen me run or bike, and I had never ran or bike before that.
Yeah.
So I went into it like kind of cocky and with the expectation that, oh, maybe I could get a medal or place or something out of this. And when I didn't, I was pretty pissed off at myself. That was a big learning experience for me in events since that marathon. It could be even just a training session. It doesn't matter. My expectation is just like giving my best quality that I can.
Yep.
Don't beat up on yourself beyond that. What you have in that moment is what you have.
Yeah.
And if you get great results from it, awesome. If you get mediocre, awesome. Shit results, it's a learning experience.
Exactly.
Like, I do like the fact that I understand now my perspective on like what makes me proud and makes me happy from doing these events is entirely up to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm kind of so deep into it now. Sometimes I ask myself, I'm like, why am I still doing this?
Why am I here? As Danielle said, people who do triathlons need therapy. But that's the thing is I feel like even on this race specifically, I've kind of held down some of the content and things like that, like things that I have filmed and have prepared for posting. Listen, this is so maybe silly to even say because there's so many supportive and kind people on the internet who are like, oh my gosh, I love this video. And you have to be, I remind myself that I'm posting for myself and I'm posting for those girlies and the girlies who like love it and are like so empowering and make me feel good about it. And who hopefully I'm inspiring to also do fun things and try new things for themselves. But there's sometimes this element of like, gosh, it's never good enough. And I feel like that's just always like, even in my own brain, I'm like, it's kind of that back and forth battle where I'm saying to myself, like, you're doing it for the fun of it. And I'm like kind of hesitant to post because I'm like, I don't want it to ruin my fun that I had, you know? Like a great example, this is so silly, but it's happened on pretty much every single triathlon I've ever posted me doing is like, if I get a decent place in it and like I get a little award or I get like a plaque for being second or like top 5 in this race, it was out of 24 women ages 25 to 29 was my age group range. And it's so funny to me, like people on the internet are instantly like, oh, but it's only out of 24 people. Oh, but like you didn't do that good. Oh, but it's not like enough. And then I'm kind of like, makes me be like, okay, well then I'm not telling you anything anymore.
Yeah.
Because it was enough for me and I don't want to change my perspective that it was enough for me. I just kind of have to work on that confidence, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts?
Yeah,
Do you have any?
I guess it comes down to that. It's almost like an internal battle. It's almost like Michael, what he just talked about, where he had those expectations and he had those mindset things. I know yours came in after from outside sources, but still, it's the same thing where like the internal battle you have to get over to where once you stop caring about what kind of others have to say about it and that you're doing this for you, then those words won't affect you. So
yeah,
it takes a bit of time to get over that. It's like any internal thing or like any goal you make. It's a learning experience and you'll get there. So
yeah,
I don't know, that's what comes to mind when I think about that. Danielle?
I do have like I have social media. Of the 7 or 8 of these that I've done, I think I only posted the first like 2 maybe.
Yeah.
And I've like just because it's not like for me personally, it's like I know that I did it.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I don't, and as I've said before, like I'm not doing these for personally. I'm not doing them for like speed or competition. It's purely just because I enjoy doing them and I like pushing myself and I like the motivation and like I can see at like over the course of 7 years, like my personal times have gotten better.
Yeah.
I've never placed once in my life. I'm always almost always last in my age group, but like my swim has consistently
increased. Yeah,
every single time, 7 times has gotten a little bit better, a little bit better.
Yeah.
And I just I like my family knows that I do them, but I don't think I've posted the last like 5 or 6 years that I've been doing.
It's just for you. Yeah. And I feel like it ends up being like that struggle of just like posting my personal life and like this feels like more recently such like a big element of it that it like becomes that kind of like.
I get that. I
Yeah.
think it's like
I also just try to not let like, I mean, Michael and Danielle and Josh have all heard me complain about this today that like there's always just this element of like there's so many good ones, but I feel like it's so easy to notice the bad comments and things like that. And it's so silly because you can't let all of those things dictate how you live your life or what you enjoy or any of those things. But it definitely ends up feeling like it like unlocks in my own brain a little like splash of insecurity that I'm like, wait, should I not be proud that I did that? Or like, is that, like in my brain, I was like, holy crap, that's so cool. And then you kind of read that and then you're like, wait, was it not that good? Did I not do what I thought I did?
I think there's obviously like a lot of dynamics at play.
Yes,
and
this
with
is
this
also
like
fair.
specific scenario, with the nature of triathlons, like your times being posted online.
Yes, it is.
Not,
And that's also a little bit
as like public information. Whereas if you, and same with like marathons and I guess races in general too, but if you were like, I don't know, doing a team sport or like
no
doing
one else would
something
know.
else, like nobody would know.
And that's what makes it kind of
It's-
difficult too, is I think it's like sometimes a little bit, I don't post my times because I'm not doing it for the times. I just get excited when like you get the little whipped cream on top of the cherry, you know what I mean? Or just whatever it may be. And like, that always feels good. But then like sometimes people look at my times and then post that and I'm like, you're really outing me right now. Like,
yeah. Well,
I'm proud of all of it, but like,
That's kind of the other, like, I hope
it's the
as your
specifics.
like friend, I hope that you, like, the people who were here in person to like
Yeah.
see you do that are the people that care of that you had fun and that you finished it. And then like the rest of the world that's like looking up times online, like they're in their homes looking up times online. They didn't do it themselves. They
Yeah.
weren't here to watch you do it. They weren't here to see like you hulk up coming out of the water and
Hulk up.
sprint. Like
Yeah.
they didn't see that. Like they can look it up from their screens, but it's not the same as
Yeah.
like doing it themselves or you doing it or watching.
That's
you do
true.
it.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's my little internal battle lately.
At the race as well, like your fellow competitors, as supportive, like as spectators, like
Yeah.
you're not gonna come out and tell someone your time and they're like, nice, you know.
100%.
Everyone is so supportive and wants to just see everyone improve.
I was gonna say too, that was like the one, maybe my ultimate rose of race day was I loved every time on the bike. Reminder, worst one was the bike. I got passed by everybody on the bike. But every girl who went past me, every woman, every age said, "You're doing amazing. Good job. Keep it going. You look great. Your form looks perfect. Keep pushing." I don't think there was a single girl who rode past me. Guys the whole time, like whatever. But like girls, I felt so supported by the women in the race. And I was like, this is like the best feeling. And then I started doing it every time a girl would like kind of come up to me. I'd be like, "You're slaying." I'm like, "You're doing so good. I'm so proud of you. Keep going. You're killing it." Like whatever. It makes you feel so good when like people are being supportive and kind and whatever. So
I hope race energy expands into the rest of the world.
the rest of the world needs a little race energy.
Yeah.
That's a wrap on today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to us. Visit on the front of triathlons. Next up on the fitness agenda is the London Marathon. So stay tuned for our London Marathon goodness and also Coachella next weekend. So many good things in one week. Let's go.
A marathon in itself.
Exactly. It's a marathon of a month, let me tell you. And I can always share every moment of it with you. Don't forget to follow along at the Anna Guide on Instagram and TikTok. And you can check out the full video episodes of all these podcasts over on my YouTube channel at Anna's Guide. And also, you can follow along my personal channels at Anna X Tatar, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, for all the goodness and daily lifestyle things that you're looking for. And I'm so happy that you're here, and I can't wait to see you next week on the pod. Bye, guys.
Bye.